All right, let's talk about something every business, and I mean every business, struggles with. How do you stop putting out fires with temporary fixes and start building operational excellence that actually, well, lasts? Today, we're going to dig into a powerful framework that's all about making excellence a core part of your company's DNA, for good. So let's just jump right in with the big question, right? Why do so many of these well-intentioned improvement plans totally fail? You've seen it before. There's a big splashy launch, everyone's excited for a week or two, and then, poof. It just kind of fizzles out. It's a super common frustration, and today we're going to get to the bottom of it. And this right here really lays it all out perfectly. On the left side, you've got what we call the flavor of the month approach. A bunch of disconnected projects, maybe some temporary savings, but it's all just a one-time thing, an event. But where we want to be is on the other side, sustainable DNA. We're talking about a unified system, lasting results, and something that's driven by your own people. It's about making improvement a system, not just some project we have to get through.
Okay, so first, let's really put a name to the problem. We're going to call it operational chaos. And I'm willing to bet it's a state that feels all too familiar for a lot of organizations out there.
This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Our fragmented cost-cutting gives us temporary savings, but the waste always creeps back in. We're fighting the same fires every quarter. See, that's the core of it. This isn't just about being inefficient. It's this soul-crushing cycle of frustration that just burns out your best people and makes real progress feel impossible.
And here are the ugly symptoms of that chaos. You've got these fragmented initiatives that create silos between teams. You've got quality problems and delays that chip away at customer trust. Handoffs are a mess, which, just breeds conflict. And that critical tribal knowledge, the stuff that really makes things work, it walks right out the door every time someone leaves. Any one of these is a major headache. Put them all together, that's your operational chaos.
So, if that's the problem, and it's a big one, what's the answer? Well, it's not another temporary fix. It's a systematic approach called the IPE framework.
IPE stands for Integrated Process Excellence, and really the best way to wrap your head around it is to think of it as a brand new operating system for your entire business. It's one unified framework that takes the incredible discipline from manufacturing and applies it everywhere: sales, HR, finance, you name it. The end goal? A single, consistent way that work gets done, period. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, what makes this different from all the other programs I've heard about? Great question. First, it integrates all those different methodologies like Lean and Six Sigma into one cohesive system. Second, it applies that manufacturing-level discipline to all functions, not just the factory floor. It creates one single source of truth for every single process. And here's the real kicker. This kind of standardization is the secret sauce that unlocks the true power of AI and automation.
All right, so that's the what and the why. Let's get into the how. The whole framework is built on a really clear 6-step blueprint. It's designed to build momentum and, most importantly, create change that actually sticks. And here are the steps. It's a really logical flow, right? You start by creating the right environment. You've got to have leadership on board. Then you define and document your processes. That's how you build that single source of truth we talked about. Next up, you have to communicate and train everybody on the new standards. After that, you use data to measure and control everything. And finally, the goal is to embed a culture of continuous improvement so the whole system sustains itself. It's a real journey from a solid foundation to a system that just keeps getting better on its own.
Okay, this is the part every leader is waiting for. What's the actual payoff? Let's talk numbers, because honestly, they're pretty staggering.
Just look at this. The expected return on investment in the first year alone is between 200 and 400%. I mean, think about that. For every single dollar you invest, you're getting $2, $3, maybe even $4 back within 12 months. This isn't just about the program paying for itself. No way. This is about seriously accelerating the entire business.
And let's make that even more real with some typical targets for the first 12 months. How about cutting your defect rate in half? Or reducing how long it takes to get things done by over a third? Or slashing customer complaints by 60%? These aren't just pie-in-the-sky goals. These are the kinds of tangible, concrete results you get from this kind of disciplined, systematic approach. But the biggest win here isn't just those first-year numbers. It's about making this stuff last. The final piece of the puzzle is turning excellence from a project into a habit.
This timeline is so important because it gets real about the human side of all this. It's a journey, right? It always starts with some denial and resistance. You get past that with good communication and some quick, visible wins. That leads to exploration, where teams start to see the benefits and engage. From there, you build to real commitment and ownership. And then, finally, you hit integration. That's the magic moment when excellence just becomes how we work around here. It's a planned, methodical shift in the culture.
I love this because it perfectly sums up the whole idea. IPE isn't just another program you run on top of the chaos you already have. It is a completely new operating system you install to run the business itself, and that is the secret to making the change permanent.
So we'll leave you with a question to think about for your own organization. Is your team's excellence an accident? Is it just relying on a few heroes and a bit of good luck? Or is it something you've intentionally built into the very DNA of how you operate? Because the answer to that question, well, it makes all the difference in the world.